What's up, party people? Android Stud here, and I have the beautiful OnePlus Open. And I will have to say, this device is pretty impressive. Extremely light. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. The presentation on this was fantastic, by the way. The box is just sensational. It comes with a fast charger, a cable, 67-watt charger, to say the least. No wireless charging. Kind of a bummer. I do wireless charge at night. Hello. And we're gonna go ahead and set this up. Man, this thing is very comfortable. Very thin. Extremely thin. Look at this thing. Wow. As you saw in the presentation, this thing is very, very thin. We're gonna go ahead and do Inglés. We're gonna do United States. Oh man, we got a couple things here. To support this folding design, this device has a flexible OLED screen. To protect the screen, please bear in mind the following. Do not remove it. Do not remove the screen protector. Do not push on screen crease. Okay. User agreement. We'll go through all this stuff. We don't need to do the other stuff. This is a beautiful little device though. I like this. This is nice. Okay, I'm gonna switch over my SIM from my other phone, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and set this up. Connect to a mobile network, insert SIM card. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so I got the SIM card rocking and rolling. I kind of think it's kind of interesting how they have these bezels on the outside. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to compare it to the Fold 5 here in a second. But we're going to go ahead and copy my data from my old device. So we're going to have to set that up. We're going to get the cable and set your cable into your old device. We're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so we're transferring over my media or whatever I'm gonna set up a fingerprint. It has a side fingerprint reader, which I love. The Z Fold 5 also has a side fingerprint reader. So we're gonna go ahead and set that up. You can feel the feedback, the haptic feedback when you're doing it. This device is super light. Not gonna lie. Wow, this is extremely light. Okay, I'm gonna do the face later. I just want to kind of get through this. It's setting up the voice. This is a nice screen. Very, very nice screen. Very pretty. Very pretty. We're gonna go ahead and set this up. I want to take a look at these cameras. Now the camera was the one thing that was kind of, I was a little on the fence. It's not as big in person. I know. Pause. It's still big, but not as big. And this cover screen, I like. I haven't even closed this sucker. So we're gonna do that later. Skip that part. No thanks. But yeah, talking about the device, you obviously have a 7.82 display. I can't even get out of my mouth. It's an LPTO, 120 hertz, all the way down to 1 hertz. Now the Z Fold 5 is 7.6. So this is obviously a little bigger screen here on the display here. When you open it up, when you have a full tilt, the cover display here is 6.3. Now compared to the Fold 5, which is this one, this is 6.2. So this feels a little, this is very narrow. This is the one thing about this phone that I was able to use it and I enjoyed using it, but having something that's a little bit more like a regular phone, I think it's a little easier to use. As you can see here, I'll bring over the Pixel 8 Pro. Now this is obviously 6.7. It's massive, but this is extremely heavy, where this one's a little lighter. So, you know, and this is LPTO technology. Also, 120 hertz gets down all the way to 10 hertz, I believe. 2400 nits that you get on this screen. So it's super powerful. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, 16 gigabytes of RAM. This phone is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I felt like it was going to be bigger, but it's a lot smaller. Now this is an expensive device, $16.99 for this, $699. Obviously the Z Fold 5 is $17.99, but also this is the 512. For the 512 and this is almost $2,000. So, but they had it off for $200 off, so it came out to be around $1,500. Now this does come in this Voyager black, which is a vegan leather or that fake leather feel. It's only 239 grams. Now the emerald dust green, it's a little heavier, it has a glass back. It's 245 grams, so it's a little heavier, but not that much heavier. Feeling both of these, the Fold 5 and the OnePlus Open. Yeah, this is very light. There's no wireless charging on here, like I said, but you do get that 67 watt charging. You could charge this in 45 minutes, so you could probably take a shower, do that, and then shave, and you'll be ready to go. You know what I mean? You do get the alert slider on here. As you see the buttons here, you get that alert slider, which I love on the iPhone, and I love on OnePlus. I love this. I use this all the time. I think this is great. I don't like the action button on the new iPhone 15 Pro Max. I like the old slider myself. I'm old school. I don't like that whole yeah, miss me with that. Also, this is dual SIM. Obviously you get the side fingerprint reader and the power button, your volume up and down. Obviously on this side, I like how this has like a matte finish here on the inside hinge, or yeah, the outside hinge. This is very, very well made. Now it has 3 speakers. You have 2 here and 1 down here. So you do get that stereo sound, triple speakers situation going on. Obviously you get your mics and stuff. SIM card, thank God I have a SIM card. I cannot stand eSIM. You get the Hasselblad branding here. Let's talk about the camera. So a little bit here. As far as the camera is concerned, you have triple camera. Obviously you have the 48 megapixel main camera, wide lens, got that pixel stacks lens, also that 64 megapixel telephoto, optical, 6x zoom, up to 120x digital zoom, and then you get that 48 megapixel ultra wide lens on the back. The one thing that I'll have to say about the Pixel 8 Pro is the cameras are excellent. All the Pixel cameras are excellent. The Z Fold 5 cameras are pretty good. They're not great. They're not S23 Ultra worthy, but they're pretty good. So I think that is awesome. I want to see if these cameras can at least be good. I don't want decent and I don't want terrible. I want at least good or even great from these cameras. If they are that, this device could be something. It really could. But we're really gonna have to see about that. Obviously, also here on the cover screen, you get that 32 megapixel on that front, and then on the inside here you get a 20 megapixel lens here on the inner display. There's no S Pen support on here, so you're not going to be able to rock the S Pen like you can on the Z Fold 5. So that's kind of a deal breaker. You do get 2800 nits on the inside display, on the inner display. The crease, you can't even see it on here. I mean, it's hard for me to pick up. If you see this one here, this is the Z Fold 5, and you can see it right there. You see that? You see it right there. But on here, I can't even see it. I mean, I'm having a hard time seeing the crease on here, and it just opens so nice. The hinge is just it's nice. And a little bit about the hinge, it only has 69 components versus like 100 parts on other hinges. So, and the hinge also has this drainage that if you get it wet, it has holes so the water leaks out. It's IPX4, so you could splash this, probably drop it in your toilet. No, I wouldn't suggest you drop it in the toilet. I'm just playing with you. But I definitely think that you're gonna be able to use it, no problem. One thing I will say is that this thing it's just different. This thing is different. It's just made different. Now, apparently they have done tests with this where they have folded this bad boy, you know, a lot, up to 100 times a day. It can handle 1 million folds or something like that. So it's supposed to last for a very long time. So, hey, if that's the case, then that's a good thing. But I do like it. It feels like a regular phone, but it has the obviously you can open this, and they want to encourage you to open it. I do like how these bezels are very nice and well made. This is an impressive device. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna finish loading all my stuff on here. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna play around with some of the multitasking and get it going. All right, so I got everything set up. My apologies. I was sitting here playing with this thing because it's pretty cool. Actually, I'm really enjoying this. I think I was like messing around with this for like a half hour before I came back to the video. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like these animations that I have on here. You can kind of do this roll here, and the way you set it up is you kind of hold down on your launcher, and they have a transition setting. So they have the roll, which I'm using. They have the cube. They give you an example of the flip, the card, the tilt. They have the default, which is very boring. So I like the roll. So we're gonna rock with the roll. Also, I changed my icons a little bit, but very customizable, which I really do enjoy. So, and it's very, very fluid, very smooth, very fast. But let's open this, right? It's called the OnePlus Open for a reason. And this thing is vicious. It is just, the multitasking on here, just the way they do it is smart. It's wicked smart. I mean, we're talking Matt Damon smart, Ben Affleck smart, okay? So you're basically gonna have 3 windows open at the same time. And you can go back and forth here, as you can see. Now, if you hit this little bar here, you can expand. And you can look at your 9 to 5 Google, you read your website. Then you wanna go back to Twitter. You go over here, you hit expand, and you got Twitter. So you got Twitter here. Let's say you're gonna send a tweet, right? I'm on the OnePlus Open, and it's vicious. We're gonna go ahead and post that. And then you wanna go back to YouTube. You can expand that, and boom. So you have all 3 windows basically open. So you're basically going back and forth. There's a third. Now if you want to shrink, you can put it like that, or you can go like this and get all 3. It's just, I'm telling you, it is just wild what you can do with this. It is just crazy.
Look at you guys as players. Look, when you have 2.
Whoops. Okay, we had a little Ernie Johnson action there. And I'm telling you, this thing is just vicious. The multitasking on this is just incredible. This is a very light device, very easy to hold, very easy to use, has a lot of features on it. And then you get the case. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on so that we can keep it protected, as you can see there. And then we'll put our cover case here, cover screen case. I think it goes like this, right? I think, no, the other way, sorry. And obviously this is running Android 13, probably get 14 pretty soon, but you get the Oxygen OS 13.2 is very, very good. I really do recommend it. As far as the Fold 5 is concerned, as far as the comparison of the two, I mean, obviously the Fold 5 is very nice, but this, just the aspect ratio, it's just bigger, it's just a bigger screen. Obviously Samsung has some really good software on theirs, because obviously you could, with the cover screen can be different than your inner screen, whereas this is pretty much, you see how it has a kind of a divider, because those are different screens. So when you go like this, you're basically going to get the same screen from the inside to the outside. But that's going to do it, man. Drop down in the comments. This looks like it's going to be a fun device to use. I think Samsung may have to upgrade some of their multitasking, because the way they do it on here is kind of cool, and it's going to be interesting. But yeah, that's the OnePlus Open. Not to be confused with the Fold. Open. I'm Android Stud. You're watching YouTube.